Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make Slenderman's hidden forest cabin. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please do remember to hit that like button, as it really does help me out very much. And if you make it all the way to the end, share the video with a friend. Sharing is caring. I've got to get out of here, guys. This cabin's creeping me out. Now, before we begin building, here are all of the materials that we are going to be using in the build. Please make sure that you have access to all of these, and once you do have absolutely every single one, we can begin. So, once you have all your stuff, and once you've figured out where you want to make Slenderman's hidden cabin, we're going to start off by placing a dark oak wood plank on the ground like that. And we're going to place 4 more planks to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slenderman appreciates stairs, so we're going to be placing 3 spruce wood stairs going right. And then 5 more dark oak planks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want you to extend that plank backwards by 3. 1, 2, 3. And then extend across the build. This is easier if you don't have plant life in the way. And connect back to the beginning, like this. I want you to fill the middle of this in using spruce planks. And then I want you to place upon the back corner dark oak wood planks on both sides. 5 more dark oak planks, so like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on the opposite side also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're also going to extend those same planks backwards, each by 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm going to extend this 10th block across the back of the build, and once again I've hit some shrubbery. And we want to connect it back to the front of the build to create a box-like shape like this. Now, once you have done that, I also want you to raise up these back corner blocks, each by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this one also, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to fill the back portion of the cabin in using spruce planks. Slenderman is a very private individual, so he only has a couple of windows on the front of the build, which means that we can also fill the sides in using spruce wood planks as well, the sides meaning the left and right sides. Like that. Now, once you have done that, we have details to add to the front of the cabin. If you begin on the bottom left-hand side here, I want you to place a spruce wood plank, 2 upside-down spruce stairs going right, spruce plank, dark oak wood plank, up by 2, right by 2, down by 2, extend right from the block that hit the ground, place a spruce plank, 2 upside down spruce stairs, and then a spruce plank. I want you to place 2 rows of black glass on top of the stairs area. And then we're going to fill the remainder of this area in using spruce wood planks. Like that. I'm going to stick a door there, where you would expect a door to be. And now that that is done, we are going to add some additional details, like the roof. Okay, so the roof is fairly simple. If you begin on the left hand side here, I want you to place a spruce wood plank on top of this dark oak wood plank here at the front, and on the back also. And then I am going to place... You know what, this might actually be an easier way to do things. I'm going to place a row of spruce wood planks in between them. And then I'm going to begin using spruce wood slabs to create what you could call a pyramid shape, like this. We're going to use the spruce wood slabs to gradually place a row of spruce slabs that is one row shorter on each end than the previous row, like this. So you can see it's a very, very simple design that I'm sure you'll be able to do as well. So if we go through that again, on this opposite side, you start off with a row of spruce planks just directly on top of the side. And then if you use spruce wood slabs to create a pyramid effect, then this is what you want to do right here. That kind of creates the sides of the roof. You can even connect them together using dark oak wood slabs. So if you simply connect the top parts together, the top parts being the very top edges of the roof, simply connect left and right the spruce slabs together using dark oak slabs. And then we can add additional parts of the roof, and we will come down and do the porch before we finish up by making the house look a little bit more worn and creepy. We're already in the right environment, we might as well make it fit. So that's what we're doing right there. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to use spruce slabs to extend the roof out of the back of the house a little bit. So I'm going to take the lower half of this spruce plank, spruce wood slab here, I'm going to place one underneath, one sticking out, I'm going to extend all the way to the right, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to extend in and up like that. So that just extends the roof outwards. And I'm simply going to finish up by placing a row of dark oak wood slabs in between. So you can see it just makes it look a little bit better. And if we come to the front, we want to do a similar sort of deal. Okay, so we want to take the lower half of this block right here. We're going to place a spruce slab in front of it. And then down, forwards, down, forwards, down, forwards. Now, how does that correlate to the rest of the build? Well, all that does is it makes the roof stick out the front of the porch one additional row. So we're going to do the same on the opposite side, like stick out, down, out, down, out, down, out. Like that. And we're just going to connect both sides together. Dark oak wood slab, well, we're going to have dark oak wood slabs connect the end together, and then dark oak wood, spruce wood slabs connect the end together, and then dark oak wood slabs running up the rest of the roof. Just like this. And then all we have to do is connect the porch upwards to the roof, and I'm just going to use some spruce wood fence here, like this, and that should just connect. That does not connect upwards. We're going to have to use an additional slab like that, but that's perfectly fine. So we'll do that on this side. Also, preemptively place the slab because we're clever people. There we go. And that is pretty much the cabin. But the cabin looks a little too nice and pristine for my liking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump the black stained glass pane for a sec and the dark oak wood doors. And I'm going to grab the dark oak fence and some signs. And I'm going to mess up the cabin a little bit. So here's all you got to do. You don't even have to do this. I'm going to just chunk out some of the blocks that we have. So like what I mean by chunk out, right? Where we have a plank, in some places, like destroy the plank and turn it into either a slab or a stair or something like that. That'll kind of give the effect that it's not really perfect. That's kind of what you're looking for. Same sort of thing here, like where we have these fence, right? Change a couple of them to a different colour, such as dark oak. Where you have two spruce, place some dark oak like this. It just makes a little bit of a difference. Where we have the door, let's say, you can patch over the door using signs. So nobody's supposed to go in, you know? Just to kind of like, you just want to create that sort of feeling that it's not a place that anybody should be going. You can even place signs on the side, again, just to make the house look a little bit more ruined. And you can place some stairs in the side as well, because that gives the same sort of effect. You can destroy some of the spruce wood area and place some dark oak wood in there instead. And you can do the same on the back, right? You can place some stairs in here like this. And you know what? It's going to take a long time, but you guys are kind of seeing what you can do, right? You can see how you would effectively mess up the house. How we're doing it, just like this. We don't want it to be all nice and perfect, far from it. And once we have, yeah, I mean, that looks perfectly fine. You don't have to go to great lengths to do this. You can even destroy parts of the roof and make some of it spruce slab rather than the dark oak slab. And something else that I'm going to do as well is I'm going to add on the front of the house specifically, I'm going to use some dark oak trapdoors, and I'm just going to place them around the windows, kind of like shutters, just like cover up some of the glass, make it a little bit darker. But, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do this. I'm going to kind of like mess up the house a little bit. You can even do the same thing with the door, by the way. And, yeah, I'm going to show you what it will look like once you have messed it up kind of like sufficiently. Not that you have to do any of this, or... you know, but it does kind of like make a difference. Like if you take a look at it, I do think it looks a little bit better, a little bit more messed up. So let me show you how it looks once that's been done. I have messed the cabin up a little bit more, but a couple more things that you can add, which we brought with us, is some spruce leaves to the side of the cabin. And we can even add some vines if we like as well. You don't have to add loads and loads of this at all. I mean, you can add just little small varying amounts, but I do think it kind of helps to create the creepy sort of vibe that you shouldn't be going in there. I do think that helps quite a little bit. I mean, maybe we can even add a little bit around the porch. I don't know whether that would be too much or not. Maybe like a little bit there, and maybe like a little bit... maybe a little bit there, something like that. That looks pretty good. I'm gonna also add a doorbell. I'm just gonna add like a dark oak button there, and maybe even if I add a couple of buttons like around, just around the cabin, it might make it look a little bit better too, because we did bring them with us. I hope that isn't a little too much. I think that's okay. That's not too bad at all. So that's the sort of effect that we're going for. We've sufficiently like messed up our nice clean cabin now. So why don't we come inside? And by the way, the signs on the door will actually not inhibit you from actually getting inside at all. So on the inside, the way that I'm going to decorate this is I'm going to use a little bit of podzol, and equally I'm going to use a little bit of dark oak wood planks. So the main part of the floor is going to be a half blend of podzol and dark oak planks, okay? Because we kind of want a kind of like a rotten feel in here, but we still want an essence that the cabin was once a nice cabin, you know? So some of the floor's podzol, some of the floor is dark oak planks. Feel free to use spruce. Feel free to add texture and detail to it by adding in stairs, by adding in some spruce, by adding in butter. You guys get the idea, but we're gonna do that after we've done this main part. So you can see, yeah, there we go. You know, it's kind of half and half a little bit. Probably a little bit more plank than podzol, but that's fine. And on the back of the cabin, the cool thing about this, and the kind of the creepy thing about this, and you saw this at the start of the video, we're going to make Slenderman himself, which is going to require white concrete, black block of quartz, and some red concrete too. So where the door is on the front is where we want to begin on the back. So this middle block, and we want to place a red concrete in the middle, a red concrete on top, extend left using white concrete, extend right using white concrete, place black concrete below and around what we have just made. We want to place a 3x3 square of block of quartz directly above the middle, like this. So that's so creepy. So that we have this sort of effect right here. And then we're going to use black concrete like this to kind of create Slenderman's tentacles. And you can actually extend these, kind of like coming towards the front of the cabin like this, because it is kind of creepy this way, right? So like you kind of just want to extend them coming towards the front of the cabin. So a little bit like that, you know. You can build them in different ways, but I kind of that's so scary. So you know, we kind of have like blocks missed out every other block. Like we don't want it to be like a solid black mass. We kind of want it to be a bit more of like a looming sort of like spindly black concretes coming out. That's kind of creepy. And now we're just gonna mess up the cabin a little bit. So we'll grab some like vines, some spruce leaves. We'll grab the item frames, chests, and the paper, and maybe even some messing up materials as well. So some like slabs and stuff. And you might be wondering, and by the way, I'm just going to add like leaves towards the front of the cabin and stuff to kind of create like a forest vibe. I'm sure you guys have played Slenderman, but you know, you're walking through a forest, there's like creepy cabins and structures and stuff, and you're obviously trying to find pages. So what you can do is you can kind of have like chests scattered about the place with item frames and paper in them. You don't even need the chests really, but you can have like item frames and paper kind of just like put on the walls, and that's kind of a throwback to the actual game, and I'm sure you guys know that. So you can kind of you don't even need the chests really. I don't know whether the chests ruin it or not, but it kind of gives you the idea that you can kind of collect them, which is kind of cool. And yeah, we're just going to mess this up a little bit. It's kind of light and bright in here, and I'm not entirely sure why, because there's actually no light blocks, but that's perfectly fine. And it doesn't really make sense to have that there. And yeah, you know, you can just create a really creepy vibe as you. How did you get that? You took it off me. And you get a really creepy vibe in here just by doing those simple things. And that's all there is to it, ladies and gentlemen. That's actually the cabin complete. I do hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please do remember to hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it, as it helps me and the channel out very much. It really does. I love making these sort of scary kind of builds, and I'm sure that you guys love it too, because these videos always seem to do well, and I really appreciate when you guys do leave likes and stuff on them. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I really do appreciate all of you so much. If you want to check out any more creepy, scary builds, check out the card system in the description below. I'll be leaving a link right there for some more stuff like this. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.